Hello and welcome to another Feedback Friday. Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're well. Today, I have something very interesting for you. Now, we have this course. It's an MSc called Strategic and Digital Marketing. Yes, you heard it right. It's the in thing. It's the flavor of the month. Students are becoming more and more interested in marketing, but in terms of digital and strategic. So it's a two-in-one course. Now, why am I talking about this and why are you here? The whole point of this show is we are authorized partners. UK Bright Education are authorized partners for De Montfort University. So if you feel that this is the right course for you, if you feel De Montfort University is the place for you, all you need to do is to DM me direct. Or you can send your CV to ukbrighteducation.com. I believe my email address is just over there. Okay, now I'm going to introduce you to my guest. Again, it's Professor David Gordan, who is the course leader for the program. So let me introduce you to my first guest, Professor. I'm going to be careful. Hi, Professor. How are you?
Hi, Afsana. Hi. Thank you very much. Hi.
Good. Right, so it's a lovely day. What's going on? David, you brought the sun.
I have. Well, maybe yourself has brought the sun. So hello to everyone. My name's
Oh,
Gordon. I'm an associate professor of marketing at De Montfort University. But I also come from an industrial, a commercial past. So I've spent over 25 years in industry, had a couple of my own small businesses, 25 years in industry, 19 of them lecturing part-time at De Montfort, doing, in effect, 1.5 jobs. But I left commercial life. So I worked for Sage, Pegasus, and 15 years at IBM, and I finished divisional marketing head. But for 19 of the years, I
wow.
knew I was going to go from academia and bring all of that information back to university. Myself and loads of colleagues have that real life industry expertise. So,
Brilliant.
Dana,
Brilliant.
if you can show my slides, and I'll
Yes.
talk through this really exciting course,
Brilliant.
really popular at the
With
moment.
pleasure. Here you go.
Brilliant. Okay, thank you very much. Let me put my glasses on so I can see it better. So, um, MSc Strategic and Digital Marketing. Now, one of the bits of news to start with this course, we previously used to have a stipulation that global students and UK students needed to have 45 credits in marketing at an undergraduate level to enter this course. We have since done away with that. We're going to have a 1-day intensive boot camp and induction week. So students could have studied a whole spectrum of undergraduate courses and can still apply for this course. Also, if students haven't quite got a 2-2 as an undergraduate qualification, but have got relevant industry expertise, we'll also consider those people. We've had that sanctioned by the director for admissions. Okay, let me go on to the first slide. So, strategic and digital marketing. As Afsana said, what we've done is we've merged the idea of strategy. So, strategic marketing is a sort of level that you'll be thinking about probably 5 or 6 years into your marketing career when you start line managing people. And it's about not the doing of the individual tactics, but it's about planning, it's about analysis, it's about measurement, it's about forward thinking. And we teach those skills on this course. So anyone who's got aspirations of moving into a management, senior management, executive management, marketing position, these are the skills that you'll need. Equally, we match this with digital skills. So I've put here a number of things that I've put for the bullet points. So students wanting a career in marketing strategy, management level, and digital marketing. Um, it's live decision-based teaching. So it's not just theory. You're going to be taught by people. It's not just me in the marketing department. Over 40% of the teachers have come from an industrial past, or we've even got a few people who've got their own consultancies. A couple of people are directors in a business 1 day a week, so they can actually teach a theory but talk the talk, and actually they're doing it, they're living it at the moment. Um, Cutting edge digital marketing knowledge. So you'll have everything: Google Analytics, Hootsuite accreditation, e-marketing, email marketing, all sorts of things. Let me go on to the next slide. Just specialize in um, so that the business research project. So students get a chance to study a range of modules. So e-marketing, the email marketing, strategic marketing, marketing for future activities around Google Analytics, measurement, control management, Hootsuite, or the whole range of digital marketing skills. And then taking all of those skills, students can choose either a dissertation or they can choose a module that I'm module leader for. I developed it when I left industry, called the Business Research Project. And this is where students who maybe haven't had a year out in industry but need that live kind of junior marketing consultant situation, that experience, they do the Business Research Project, and it's a live project that they actually do. So you are a marketing consultant, you are fixing a problem for a business. You don't work in the business like most consultancies I've ever worked with. You brief them on what the particular problem is. They come back with a range of solutions, maybe 2 or 3 consultants. You pick the one you want to work with, and then you develop the ideas a bit more, and they go off, do the research, come back with a solution, maybe talking every 3 or 4 weeks to the company. So students doing this get that live business experience. It's absolutely live. It couldn't be more live. I reach out and source a range of live projects. So this year we've got projects with JCB, the JCB Digger Company, absolutely live. So on the worldwide product managers, we've got a live project with, if there's anyone who plays the online FIFA football game, I bet there's some of you out there. One of my ex-students is the worldwide brand manager, Gordon Farker, worldwide brand manager for the online FIFA football game. And those people who know about this know that Electronic Arts have announced their separation in a year's time with the FIFA brand. And this project is all about that. He hasn't got the time to do all the research he wants, so he's put the project out to us. Anyway, in addition to that, we've got loads of digital marketing, global marketing related to technology, all of these live projects. And I put here, it's the sort of thing that you can put on your CV and LinkedIn profile to say, I've learnt these subjects and I've got good grades, but I've actually done this. I've got this consultancy experience. So let me go on to the next slide. So in terms of the modules, I mentioned briefly a range of modules. These are the modules that people, some are core, some are optional. Social media strategy, strategic marketing. Won't read through all of these. So marketing research in practice, actually how it's done. Creative brand strategy, consumer insight, learning about customers in a very deep way so you can make management decisions. So these are the modules that people get to do actually on the course. You'll come out with these skills. And then the business research project I mentioned, I've already shown a slide about that. It's a sort of thing that will give you that live industry experience. What we also do is have very close alignment with the Chartered Institute of Marketing, a worldwide recognized body, and students taking the MSc in Strategic and Digital Marketing have exemptions from some of their exams. So you've just got a couple of exams to do. We work very closely with the Chartered Institute of Marketing, and students choosing to do it, you get exemptions from two exams. So you could potentially leave with the MSc and the worldwide recognized context-based diploma. And similar thing with the Institute of Data and Marketing, the IDM. And very lastly, on the PR side, we've got accreditation with the Chartered Institute of Public Relations. Let me go on to this slide. So I wanted to show this slide. In terms of graduate jobs, top left corner, these are the brands that our global students have gone into over the past 2 or 3 years. So even in lockdown time, businesses cannot spend money on building things or great big shop fittings. Very little they can spend money on. So they've spent money either on hiring graduates or on training people. And graduates are great value for money. You guys don't cost a lot of money, no disrespect. So I've seen a big uptick in graduates being recruited. So these are just some of the brands. Lady below, she was a student of mine 4 years ago. She now works for Google. with her training and digital marketing experience, she works for Google in the UK in Leeds, which is a city north of Leicester. And the people on the right hand side, both of those students were students of marketing doing their MSCs. They've got the post-study work visa, the PSW. So many students would have heard about this. The UK government now allows students to stay in the UK for 2 years, and we specifically run training courses on the individual, the detail for the visa. We don't get students a job, but we if there are any jobs from local companies, we'll talk to the companies and talk about the great skills of students, that you don't have to recruit them for life, that it's an intelligent person for a couple of years, and see what develops in there. But these people in the last couple of years have got jobs, and the chap at the bottom, Alonso, he works for a PR agency in Glasgow. Chap at the top, works for an advertising agency on the south coast. So fantastic modules, absolutely state of the art, worldwide renowned theory, but also taught by lecturers that have actually got business experience. And to top it all, you can do the business research project, that live consultancy experience for job interviews and your CV. So, any questions? Afsana, if you want to put it back to yourself. Oh, I can't hear you.
Classic. I'll start again. Right. So basically what I'm trying to say is, students, do you understand what David is showing you? It is so valuable in the sense that, look, De Montfort University is being unique. Why? It's not just any old course. While he was doing the PowerPoint, students, I hope you're screenshotting as well. This course is accredited. It is recognized. At the end of the PowerPoint, he said it is internationally recognized. David, I don't know if you'll believe me or not, when students actually come for consultation, they'll say, Ma, after doing this degree, is it lucrative? That's what everybody wants to do. At the end of the day, isn't that what the target is, that we want students to move into employment?
Absolutely. I've spent over 20 years recruiting graduates into the positions. I value enthusiasm of graduates and fresh thinking, innovation. And when I left industry 5-6 years ago, I needed to develop a module that students could be taught by people, or programmed by people, were taught by people who had actually come from industry, and then do the business research project that was a live business project, so they can put it on their CV and talk about it. They've got the experience.
Brilliant. Now, let's see if our next guest has actually done a live business project. I'm going to put him on the spot. So our next guest is international student Damini. Hello, Damini. How are you?
Hi. Thank you for having me. I'm all right. I'm doing well.
Good. Oh, no, it's fantastic to have you. David, how do you feel? One of your students, I believe.
No, very honoured, Damini. Very honoured that you could come and tell people about your course. This is great news. Thanks.
So tell me, where do you come from Nigeria?
So growing up, we moved a lot, but I came directly from Abuja. So Abuja is the capital of Nigeria. So that's where I came from.
Fantastic. So David was just mentioning about the live business project. Have you started that, or are you about to start it?
So I'm about to start it, and it's sad I'm not starting with this particular batch, because this batch starts in June. I start mine in February.
Okay. So his internet's going, I think. Okay. Damini, do you want to start it again? Is it mine or yours? Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah. Okay. So why is it sad? I didn't expect you to say the word sad. Why do you feel sad?
Because I wanted to join this particular batch of students doing the business research project. Mine is in February. So I would have loved to be on that FIFA project. I would have loved that.
Right.
So hopefully I get to do that.
Yeah, but every single time the projects are different, unfortunately, Damini, and students, because they're absolutely live. They're not planned each time. There are many companies that I chase, and they say, no, we haven't got a project, and then one will pop up. So I know it's unfortunate. I'm sorry. No
No, it's fine.
fever.
Something even more interesting might pop up. So I'm just gonna cross my T's, hope for the best.
Oh, that's good. Right, I just want to ask you, I'm going to go straight on to the questions. David, if you could help me here. So, and Damini, you might be able to give your input as well. Can someone without the knowledge of digital marketing enroll onto this master's?
Yes, absolutely. I mentioned at the beginning that we've removed the requirement for 45 credits of undergraduate marketing. What we'll do is take you very quickly and with a very gradual entry level into marketing, the principles, and then build up and then start introducing digital.
Right. Okay. Brilliant. Now, is this your first master's, Damini, or your second?
This is my first master's, and just to add to what David mentioned earlier, so
Yeah.
my first degree was in industrial chemistry. I know it might be hard to believe, but that's why I studied that degree.
Okay.
So, when I applied to the Montfort University, I was actually looking for a university that was going to accept students without the precursor of studying marketing. So yeah, that was one of the major reasons why I even picked the Montfort, just like he said.
Brilliant, brilliant. So you're open to students from all backgrounds. Is that correct, David?
Absolutely. One of the things that I love about working at De Montfort, it's a bit like my working life at big international companies. I've worked with people of every skin color, religion, race, country. It's fantastic. That's a world that we all live in. And De Montfort is very much like that. I have students from all over the world. And I keep in contact with many students. And you know what? The best part of my job is a bit I'm not paid for. It's when I see that people have got a promotion and they're really on their way in their career, and it happens a lot.
Oh, it just makes the job worthwhile, isn't it? Right.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you, Damini, with regards to like what David was saying, that there's so many different nationalities. Tell me about your own faculty, business and law. How is it? You can tell everybody.
So in business and law, there's a lot. We are a lot of Nigerians.
Yay!
I log on to my online class.
Yeah.
And then I just see Oluwadamini,
Oh yes.
Yep, we're a lot, and it helps because again it's a new environment. It's another country. It's outside the continent, so it's good that you know that when you're coming here, you have like a community that you can embrace, so to speak, and you know it also makes life here easier, which is good.
It does help. Right, David, I've got a question with you with regards to duration. It's from Athletic Media. How long is the course?
The course is 12 months. We are taking people in October for 12 months, or we take people in January, and that's approximately 15 months because we did for the January intake. There's no teaching over the summer.
Over the summer holidays. Okay.
No, but for most of the students come in October, and it lasts 12 months.
Brilliant. And I'll just answer the last bit. It says, Athletic Media said, can a third class holder gain admission? I'll be able to say that. So basically, Athletic Media, what you'll need to do is to apply for a pre-masters followed by the masters. So if you'd like, you can DM me direct. So you need, because of the third class, there's a criteria, 55% or CGPA 55% or 2.2 you need for an admission. If you don't have that, you need to do pre-masters first, followed by masters. So you can do the pre-masters from September to December, and then you start, as David said, the next intake is January. So then you can start the masters in January. So and the visas for the whole period. Brilliant. So yeah, so tell me, Damini, why De Montfort University? There's more than 130 universities in the UK, but why De Montfort University?
The major reason why I picked the Montfort University was for some funny reason. Either family, either friends, either people I just mentioned the school, and I always knew they always had something to say about the school, and it was all good. So it could be maybe, oh, my sister went there, or I have a friend that went there, oh, the school is nice. Leicester is a very nice place. So that's one of the major things that pushed me there. Also, when I was checking out the website, the facilities from the course I wanted, which is marketing management, even to the affiliations with the Chartered Institute of Marketing. So I have a professional marketing certificate from CIM. I wanted to get a diploma, But then I realized that I could get a master's and also an exemption for some courses while at DMU. So it was almost like a win-win for me. So these are the few criteria that I put in place to help. And even payment of school fees is not so strict. So they have like monthly payment plans for the period of 7 they also have. So there are a lot of things, there are a lot of factors that that were in place for my decision. There are a lot of factors.
Brilliant. Right, David, can I ask you a question? I mean, Damini's saying it a lot, and I've mentioned as well, accreditation is key. Could you tell me the difference in terms of pay for students if they graduate from a same course with and without accreditation? Does it make a difference?
It does. It definitely makes a difference. So the Chartered Institute of Marketing, it's almost like the icing on the cake of an MSc.
Okay.
But having an MSc, it's funny with an MSc, undergraduate degrees, everyone says, what did you get? Everyone says that. But for a master's, no one ever asks that question.
No,
I've never been asked in nearly 30 years of having one. Occasionally people have said, what was it in? No one's ever said, where was it from? It's almost like having a badge in its own right that you've got a master's. And I know from employing students, it doesn't mean that people will definitely get a job with a master's, but what it means is there's much greater chance of you having the opportunity for an interview. You're seen by a company as someone who's invested in their own career and having broader and more granular information.
Fantastic. So basically opportunities are, oops, sorry, I need to move that. I'm trying to do another banner. Right. So basically what David is saying is that because it's accredited, you have more opportunities, doors open more for you. Talking of opportunities, Damini, how's it going with regards to opportunities for you? Have you used the career services at DMU University?
So I've been looking at it. I signed up for, there are so many, to be honest. There's the high read one.
That's what I wanted to hear.
There's the high read one. I get weekly newsletters from the student union. The Bar faculty, which is business and law faculty, also send me. I'm signed up to everything.
Good.
That's good. I'm finishing my master's in May next year. I want to start applying sometime in November. So I'm just watching out for everything and getting my hands on everything I can at this moment. But there are a lot of opportunities. And there are so many different roles. So if you have some level of experience that works in your favor, you can apply for mid to senior level roles. If it's a new path, there are entry roles, there are graduate level roles, just like David mentioned. There's so many opportunities, really. There's so many.
Fantastic. David, is that the typical ideal student for you? A student who's always being involved with the university and contacting their careers? Is that what you expect from all your students?
Not necessarily expect. It is there on a plate. We've won for the past couple of years. De Montfort University has won the top in graduate recruitment services, and we've come in the top 5 years before that. We've quadrupled the size of our employability team. We've centralized for the whole university, centralized it actually within the building that marketing's taught in. And we've got great careers advisors who have spent years, advising on CVs and for maybe different nationalities, CVs, LinkedIn profiles, interview skills, presentation skills, graduate assessment centers. Obviously, it's been difficult in COVID times, but we're coming out of that now. And it is just bubbling, and those things that are happening. And you know what? As I said, companies haven't been able to spend on building big new buildings or shop fittings and those sort of things, retail trains. But what they need are digital marketing skills.
Brilliant. That's music to our students' ears. Now, I've got a question. Damini answered it partially, but the second part, definitely, David, I'm going to ask you again, because at the end of the day, David and Damini, you know this, especially in West Africa, the Naira is very weak. Everybody wants to get value for money. They're spending millions and millions of nairas, and they just want to know if they study at De Montfort University, is it worth it for every naira that they're spending? So the first part, Damini, please support me on this. Payment plans, yes. As part of being an international student, there is an initial deposit of 50% of your fee that you need to pay before you receive your CAS. And after that, when you arrive in the UK, there's a payment plan, and it can be up to 7 installments. So for example, if you're a September intake student, you need to pay 50% of your fee by enrollment anyway. And the remaining part of the 50% of your fee, you need to pay in 7 installments starting from November. Okay, not straight away. They are not asking you to pay in big amounts, in 7 small installments. So that's very student friendly, and I hope that helps you. If it does, just DM me direct. Right, with regards to career options, would you mind elaborating on that? Your graduates from your course, David, what kind of careers have they actually gone into from this course?
Sure. So we have people who've gone into careers in the food industry with big UK companies. Prince's Foods produce a whole range of different fish kind of foods. We have people that have gone into the games industry.
Wow.
We've got people who've gone into big industrial and manufacturing, all on the marketing side, digital marketing. And although it's business to business, more and more companies are realizing that, hang on a minute, the world is going digital. And then within 5-10 years, those graduates coming out of university that are just so used to having a phone in their hand, doing everything with a touch of a button, they're going to be the big decision makers. They're going to be the big buyers. So we need to be in a world that they're in. So more and more business to business companies are taking on graduates. So graduates in all sorts of roles, whether it's cosmetics, whether it's fashion, say I mentioned industrial manufacturing, aerospace, automotive, a whole range of different industries.
No, marketing is needed for any organization, no matter it's small, medium, or large. Everybody needs it. Right. This is a question for you, Damini. So we've got, so Joy said he's really happy that despite being a chemist, that you're actually on the course. So could you tell me what did you find any difficulties when you're actually starting? Because from a science background, you're going into business. What kind of academic support did you receive?
So to be honest, when it came to industrial chemistry in Nigeria, and I'm sure Joy can agree to this, in Nigeria, most of us pick our first degrees from the family side. We don't have any choice. So growing up, I think I had my first business from probably like 13 years old. So from then till now, I've probably had at least more than 20 different businesses. So I've always been involved with marketing and sales. So it's almost like very natural for me.
Okay.
So when I was learning the theory aspect, because I had some level of practical bits already by myself, it came easy for me. So it wasn't as difficult as it normally is for other people, basically because of that. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
my
not
goodness.
Joy, but what I would suggest is YouTube is very, very friendly. Google is very, very friendly. The lecturers at De Montfort University are amazing. So one of my favorite things at DMU is actually the library resources, and it's not so. Going to school in Nigeria, most of our library resources were physical textbooks, and they were like in the 1980s, 1990s, 2000, early 2000s. But at DMU, you have access to recent content, recent works, and doesn't have to. They're ebooks, so I can be reading something in the train, in the coach, on my way to work, whatever it is, really. So yeah, you can. It's something you can easily pick up because the teaching is fantastic, and then the resources available are also amazing. So yeah, it's something you can easily pick up.
David, did you know that Damini established 20 businesses from the age of 13? That's entrepreneurship.
That's
It's in his blood.
fantastic. I knew you'd had entrepreneurial interest, but Damini,
My
that's
goodness,
amazing.
you've
That is
defeated all of
amazing.
us. What's going on? It's a natural. This is fate. David, this is fate, isn't it? Chemistry was because of parents. I know that from my background. But yeah, it looks like it's fate that you're actually here. No, brilliant. Right. Do you have any pearls of wisdom that you'd like to part with any international students watching today, David, with regards to the course?
Yeah. If you've got the idea that you want to move into a management position, into a leadership and executive position, and learn marketing strategy, this is absolutely the course. If you want to learn more and in depth and in a granular way about digital marketing with already the let's say the social media platform knowledge you've got, this is definitely the MSc. Students come out of this course and they're really enthused. They love how interesting it is. And as I said at the beginning, to top it all, you get to do the live industry experience, and you can choose which project. Students get the chance to choose, and often they choose based on which industry that they want to go into. So it's a complete win MSc.
Brilliant, brilliant. Sorry, in the background there's a lot of beeping outside my window, so I had to just mute myself. Right, Damini, do you have any advice you'd like to give to international students with regards to studying at DMU University or about the course?
So I think the first thing I would say is be intentional. So be intentional. As much as the course itself is relatively easy to understand, it also requires a lot of work from your end. Just like David mentioned, it is a master's. So that means you've put in a lot of investment in improving yourself and your career. So you have to be intentional. And it's interesting, it's fun. Like, I do most of the courses he mentioned. So I do creative brand strategy, I do strategic e-marketing, I do strategic customer engagement. My business research project is next year. So I'm talking from experience here that this is amazing. So yeah, that's just basically my tip.
David, I don't know what you're doing. You need to keep doing it. He is enjoying it. You can tell, can't you? It looks like you're enjoying yourself, Damini. Look at that smile. No, it's really good. No, I just want to say thank you so much, Damini, for coming, and of course the professor. Basically, we both wish you, we all wish you the very best in your masters, and we only expect top marks. Isn't that right, Professor?
Absolutely.
No pressure. No pressure. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you.
So,
Thanks, everyone.
Oh, no, Professor, you're not going. You're not going.
Oh, I'm not
Professor,
going. Okay.
Last words. Right. So
Okay.
basically, Professor, I believe we have another webinar happening next month for another course.
Yes, we do. We've got for another course, and we'll have we'll have another student from your country, your continent, speaking on it. So I'll be able to give a bit more details about that. And I'm going to find out a bit more information about global students and which companies they work for. I connect with all my students on LinkedIn, as many as I can, so that I can keep in contact with them. And when I see that they've been promoted, they've got another job, they're working for another company with a promotion, I always say, congratulations, let's stay in touch.
That's nice.
I have international students that give online guest lectures for my students, because it's about painting. It's about painting the possibility. So I've got one student from Ghana who is he's the worldwide brand manager he's the UK brand manager for Jim Beam Scotch whiskey. And he talks about that he had to go through a long interview process and different stages, but students from all over the world get great jobs in the UK.
No, that is very, very true. Right. We've just had one person asking about connecting with you. It says, thank you so much, Samson Faith. How do you pronounce it? Sita Abasi. Thank you so much. Please, can we connect with your speakers on LinkedIn? So is it okay if I could put your LinkedIn address?
Yes. Yeah, definitely. Please connect with me.
Oh, there you go. Well, I thank you so much for coming, Professor. As you can see, the professor, he's actually a course leader, program leader for several courses, all related to marketing. So next month, we shall be doing the same thing all over again, but for a different course. And I look forward to seeing you next month, Professor.
Brilliant. Look forward to seeing you.
All right, then. Talk to you soon.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks. Bye.
Bye. Oh, did you see that? My goodness, we have a professor. He is here live for you. He is here in order to answer your questions. As you can see, he's very passionate. We have so many international students at De Montfort University, so there must be a reason why international students like to come at De Montfort University. As Damini said, the payment plan is very student friendly. You don't need to pay it all in big lumps. You can pay it in small installments. Now, Samson, you asked very good question. You need to follow me so you know. DMU, it stands for De Montfort University. We should write that somewhere on my whiteboard. Right, so that's what it stands for. Now, so all I'm going to say is this. How did you feel about that? Did you see Damini's face? That he looked happy, he looked settled. My goodness, he came from a chemistry background and then he moved to marketing with ease. Alhamdulillah, it with ease. So it just suggests that De Montfort University is very accommodating. They were there to support him if he needed it. He had a variety of choice in terms of what modules he liked to do. And he was just so comfortable with it. I know he did 20 different businesses before he started, but the interest is there. Like he said, intention is key. If you like what you saw, you know what to do. DM me direct. Otherwise, send your CV to afsana@ukbrighteducation.com. The email is right over there. Until next time, my friends, I wish you the very best for the weekend and I'll see you very soon. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.